Hello Man United family. Man United news today, Ruben Amorim picks top striker transfer target with 6 sales planned. Manchester United have one eye on the summer transfer window when Ruben Amorim will be hoping to be furnished with a new set of players following a chastening first campaign. Manchester United are preparing for a trip to Bournemouth in the Premier League on Sunday, but really their priorities lie elsewhere. Ruben Amorim and his players are much more invested in the following game, against Athletic Bilbao, than the Bournemouth trip. United lie 14th in the Premier League and know that the success of their campaign rests solely on their fortunes in the Europa League, where the prospect of winning the competition provides a place in next season's Champions League. Victory in Bilbao on May 21 will allow Amorim to consider his first season in charge a relative success, despite the dreadful league form. It will also provide a financial boost for the club, and make attracting new players much easier. So it is full steam ahead towards the first leg in northern Spain next Thursday, but there is also one eye on the summer transfer window, which is moving closer and closer. Here are the latest headlines involving the club. Osimhen targeted. Amorim has made Victor Osimhen his preferred target in the summer transfer window. The Nigeria international has scored 29 goals in 34 games for Galatasaray this season and is considered the best fit for United's need for a prolific forward, amid Rasmus Højlund's struggles. Osimhen, who is on loan at Galatasaray, is heading into the last year of his contract with Napoli and could be available for as little as £40 million once the transfer window opens. With his contract close to completion and no chance of a new one being signed, Napoli know they need to cash in on Osimhen this summer. United are also looking at Ipswich star Liam Delap, who will be available for £30 million this summer, but Amorim favours a move for Osimhen due to his experience and proven goal-scoring record. The Portuguese coach has been working with Hojlund and Joshua Zirkzee this season and wants a sure bet. 6 players up for sale. Attracting players will be tough for United this summer, given their lowly position in the Premier League, but they have another problem, paying for the players. The club are in a bad state financially, having posted losses before tax of £312.9 million over the past 3 seasons, and simply have to sell before they can buy. Amorim was told earlier in the season not to expect a big transfer budget after the failure of the Erik ten Hag reign in the transfer market. But the coach has told his employers that he is happy to sell a host of unwanted players to fund the big push in the transfer window. Marcus Rashford, Aston Villa, Jadon Sancho, Chelsea, Antony, Real Betis, and Tyrell Malacia, PSV Eindhoven, could all be sold to their loan clubs for a decent profit, and Mirror Football understands that Casemiro and Man United set deadline to complete £92.5 million double deal as Ruben Amorim wish comes true. Manchester United have been dreadful in front of goal this season, but Ruben Amorim's wish to land 2 new strikers could be about to come true, with big moves in the pipeline. Manchester United are reportedly aiming to make a splash in the summer transfer window by completing eye-catching deals for 2 strikers as soon as possible. United are in desperate need of new forwards this summer, with Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee not up to the task, and the club has ambitious plans to solve their issues. Of all their many problems this season, United have been most inept in front of goal, having scored just 38 times in 33 Premier League matches so far. Hojlund has netted just 8 goals in 45 matches across all competitions this season and has won in his last 28, while Zirkzee has 7 in 48 appearances and is out with a hamstring injury. Ruben Amorim had been working with goal machine Victor Gyökeres at Sporting Lisbon before arriving at Old Trafford and is desperate to get serious firepower added this summer. But the Daily Mail reports that the club are keen to get business done early once the window opens on June 1. United are already in talks with Wolves star Matheus Cunha and will trigger his £62.5 million release clause at the earliest possible opportunity. Cunha has 16 goals and 4 assists in 31 games this season and has been instrumental to Wolves avoiding the drop. He has made it clear that he wants to leave Wolves and is reportedly keen to work with Amorim, who would play him as one of his 2 number 10s in his favoured 3-4-2-1 formation. United will also reportedly push hard to sign Ipswich striker Liam Delap in a £30 million deal once the Tractor Boys' relegation back to the Championship has been made official. Delap has managed 12 goals in the Premier League for Kieran McKenna's side and has admirers inside the United hierarchy, despite his youth and inexperience. The club have been linked with Victor Osimhen, but the Nigeria international could cost a considerable amount more than Delap, despite having just 16 months left on his Napoli contract. Osimhen, who has scored 29 goals from 34 games on loan with Galatasaray this season, looks certain to move this summer, but will attract plenty of interest. Whichever strikers they opt for, United know they need to sell players in order to fund their moves. They will start by trying to agree deals for loanees Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Antony and Tyrell Malacia, who could all join their current clubs on a permanent basis. Rashford has impressed with Aston Villa and can generate £40 million by joining permanently. Sancho is heading to Chelsea for good, Antony is wanted by Real Betis and Malacia could move back to the Netherlands with PSV Eindhoven. United know there are more profitable players they could sell, including Casemiro, Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo. Garnacho and Mainoo, who have been linked with Man United incredible new look 11 with Matheus Cunha and 3 more signings. Man United could boast an upgraded team next season if Ruben Amorim signs Matheus Cunha and 3 more players. Manchester United could field a new-look team at the start of next season if Ruben Amorim gets his way and raises funds through player sales. Wolves forward Matheus Cunha looks increasingly likely to land at Old Trafford this summer after reportedly holding positive talks over a switch. Amorim is also said to be eyeing a striker, midfielder and goalkeeper ahead of his first full campaign at the helm. Express Sport takes a look at how Amorim's first starting lineup of the 2025-26 season could shape up if United are as active as he needs. Many supporters' patience with Andre Onana is at the end of its tether, and it wouldn't be surprising if the same applies behind closed doors at Old Trafford. Lucas Chevalier, 23, is one of Europe's brightest young goalkeepers and has already made more than 100 senior appearances for Lille, including in the Champions League. He would reportedly cost around £40 million and has already been linked with a Premier League switch. Lenny Yoro is growing from strength to strength and should be a regular starter in Amorim's backline next season. Matthijs de Ligt and Harry Maguire are very capable options to man the heart of the defence if they have pace on either side. Lisandro Martinez will miss the start of next season through injury, but Amorim will hope to have Luke Shaw at his disposal. Noussair Mazraoui and Aiden Heaven are also available to him. Ahmad has been one of the few shining lights in a dismal United season, and he is closing in on a return from injury. With multiple other areas to address, the talented 22-year-old could be called upon to make the right wing-back position his own, sharing duties with Diogo Dalot. One of Amorim's ambitions this summer will be to increase the energy and tenacity in his engine room. He already has that in abundance in Manuel Ugarte. Atlanta midfielder Ederson is among the players strongly linked with United ahead of the transfer window. The deep-lunged 25-year-old would be a perfect fit to fuel Amorim's engine room and is already vastly experienced in a 3-4-3 system. Patrick Dorgu became the Portuguese head coach's first major signing in January, arriving for £25 million, and he is already his first-choice left wing-back. Man Utd willing to include Rasmus Højlund in deal for £63 million rated. Paris Saint-Germain have had their eye on Victor Osimhen for a while, and with the summer transfer window on the horizon, speculation around his next move is picking up steam. Now at Galatasaray, the Nigerian striker has rediscovered the kind of form that made him one of Europe's hottest properties during the 2022-23 season. He's racked up 30 goals and 7 assists in 35 appearances across all competitions, putting himself firmly back on the radar of several top clubs. According to Give Me Sport, Manchester United are becoming increasingly wary of PSG's growing interest, with the French giants now seen as favourites to land him. PSG are in a solid financial position and look ready to match both Osimhen's wage demands and reported £63 million release clause. The report adds that United and Chelsea view PSG as their main rivals in the race to sign the 26-year-old. What Manchester United are willing to include in Victor Osimhen deal. Chris Wheeler of the Daily Mail reports that Manchester United are eyeing Osimhen and could be open to sending Rasmus Højlund back to Serie A as part of the deal. Meanwhile, David McDonnell of the Mirror reports that Manchester United are progressing with a £40 million bid to sign Osimhen. Ruben Amorim has made the Nigerian forward his top target, prioritising him over Liam Delap.